everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I wanted to talk about some of my favorite K-dramas. There aren't a lot of them because it's not that I'm picky about dramas, it takes a certain kind to draw my attention and keep my attention. There have only been very few of those. As a matter of fact, I couldn't even really think of 5. So this is going to be 3 K-dramas and kind of like a web drama, but different from the web dramas I talked about in my web drama video. Just quickly apologize just in case you hear any noise. My brother is in that room right there and our walls are paper thin, so you may hear him screaming at his video game. Can't control my brother making noise. I'm going to try not to ruin anything for these shows because I hate spoilers myself and I don't want to ruin like the experience of watching any of these, but just I can't explain some stuff about them without giving a little bit away, so just be cautious. Let's just get right into it. First is my absolute favorite drama of all time so far, as like I've found. It is referred to by several names, I've seen it most commonly referred to as Age of Youth, but on Netflix here in the United States it's Hello My 20s. I've also seen it referred to as something along the lines of Youth Revolution or something. It's got several names. I'm just going to call it Hello My 20s because that's what I always have known it as personally, because that's what Netflix says. I can't explain what it is that I like about it so much, honestly, and I know it probably takes a very specific kind of person to enjoy it. It's about 5, I think, college age girls who live in a share house together, and they each have these like secrets in their past or in their present that the show kind of unravels as time goes on. It's fun because the show itself is kind of just everyday life for these girls. It's nothing super spectacular, you know. One of them is dealing with having her first boyfriend, one of them is dealing with an kind of an abusive relationship, without giving away too much. One of them is dealing with trying to make money in any way she possibly can. You know, there's kind of just something to relate to for everybody, I think, and it's got a twist to it. Like, you would think it's just this boring drama about these girls that live in a house together, but it throws you through these loops. I enjoyed the actors in the show so much. I think they all fit their roles perfectly. The second season of the show was a little off because one of the actresses was replaced with another actress, and I think that kind of changed a lot as far as the second season goes. I don't think some things would have happened the way they did if the original actress had been there, but it didn't make me enjoy it any less. And as a matter of fact, I have rewatched the second season more times than the first season, just because there's a character in the second season that I like quite a lot. Like I said, it does have 2 seasons. I believe each episode is about 45 minutes long, and I think each season has 20 episodes, something along those lines. No more than 20, I'm sure. So it's not like a hugely long drama that goes over several seasons and is like 30 episodes long or whatever is long. I don't know. It's quite in the middle. The one that I would say is closest to my second favorite is Chuffing King Louie, and this one's gonna be hard to explain without giving a little bit of spoilers, but I'm gonna do my best. It's about a rich guy who is known for being good at shopping, who loses all of his memory, and this girl kind of stumbles upon him thinking that it's her missing brother at first. It's not her missing brother, she realizes that really obviously because she has eyes, you know. But she kind of takes him in and is helping him recover his memory, and he wants to help her find her brother. So they're working together, and I think it's been a while since I watched it. It's not available on Netflix or Hulu as far as I know anymore. It used to be on Hulu. She actually does know who he is, but he doesn't know his name, so he can't tell her that it's him, you know, that kind of, like, she doesn't know what he looks like, but I think she knows who this guy is. I can't totally remember, but again, it seems like kind of a realistic, normal type show, but it has this twist to it that I'm not even gonna go into because it's too crazy and will give away a lot. It only has 1 season, and I think it's fine only having one season. I think a lot of the time it's forced too much when shows are popular because of their first season, but they don't really think about what the second season is going to be. So they end the first season really well, and then they're like, oh, that did well, so let's have a second season. I don't really see how they would do that with Shopping King Louie. I personally don't think it needs a second season. I don't remember how many episodes it has or really how long they were, but I want to say they were about an hour. But I had so much fun watching this show. I binged it. I think I finished it in like 2 or 3 days, watching it constantly. And I found it addicting, personally. You'll probably notice that all of these shows really have something in common, because that's what I'm attracted to as far as shows, and that's that they seemingly are like an everyday kind of mundane storyline, but they have some kind of weird twist that makes it almost fiction, like science fiction, not science fiction, but like fantasy, you know, like something that makes it different. And that's what I like. So, sorry if that's not what you're into. I should have said that at the beginning of the video. But the third show is also referred to by a couple of titles. It used to be Oh My Ghostess, and now on Netflix they have it as Oh My Ghost, which I could have swore there was a movie called Oh My Ghost. Maybe an American movie? I don't remember. But it did used to be Oh My Ghostess. And in this one, I don't think I'm gonna accidentally give away a spoiler. It's way too like complicated for that. So it's about this girl who is a ghost that she died a virgin, and that bothered her. That was her like unfinished business as a ghost. So she tries to go into the bodies of women and try to have sex with men. It sounds so wrong when you explain it this way. But she's stopped because her being inside of these women's bodies for some reason is like incompatible. So the girls like freeze almost to death before anything can happen, and like they have to go to the hospital and she has to leave their body. So she finds this other girl who is this really meek and like quiet kind of kitchen help at a fancy restaurant, and she kind of turns this girl's life all upside down. She's this like no conflict, kind of just accept people yelling at her kind of person, like won't fight back for herself. And she turns into this like loudmouth who is just always hitting on the dudes that she works with, and they're really confused by it. And the guy that she works for is this like huge jerk and has like a big ego because he's like this top chef and everything like that. And you know, things slowly go along, and I'm not going to say what happens. I won't ruin it, but it kind of all gets sorted out, and I think the way it ended was good for what they were doing with the show. I like that they didn't try to leave it too open-ended again, because I don't really think it needed a second season. I think they ended it fine where it was. And it's about the same as Shopping King Louie, I want to say, probably the same amount of episodes and the same length. Not too long, you know, it's just a kind of fun one-off thing to watch if you're in the mood for a random drama one day. And that's all I have to say. So the last one I consider like a web drama, but I don't know if that's necessarily what it's classed as. That's just what I would call it. It's called My Runway, and the reason I called it a web drama is because it has quite a few episodes, but they're all very short. With web dramas, each episode's like 15 minutes instead of instead of like 45 minutes, an hour. They're only like 15 minutes long. And it's about this girl who kind of doesn't want to be like just anybody. She wants to be a model, but she's really short, and no modeling agencies want to accept her. And there's this guy who is a model. He's a celebrity, and he's kind of like with Oh My Ghostess. He has this big ego because he's popular and beautiful and whatever. They both get electrocuted while at karaoke and switch bodies. So the girl is now inside the beautiful, handsome, popular model, and the guy is now in this tiny little spunky girl's body. And the drama of the show is that this dude has this huge fashion show that he has to do. So he kind of has to train her to do the runway show. He lives with other male models, and one of them is a celebrity that she has a crush on. So she does a lot of really creepy things in this guy's body. And it's actually hilarious, but in real life it would probably be extremely inappropriate. But it's a funny, cute show, and I actually got a friend to watch it, and she finished it in one night, which I also did when I first watched it. It's just like, again, a nice one-off show, and it's shorter, so you can watch it just in your free time. But that's my list of dramas and dramas that I like. I know there's probably one that I'm forgetting, but it's not coming to mind right now. I have started a couple of other ones that I just never finished. I don't know if any of these were interesting enough to make anybody curious to watch them. I hope so. They're really good. If there's any dramas that you want to recommend based on what you've seen that I'm interested in, because these are all right up my alley. They're all literally like the exact same thing. Feel free to recommend them. I would love to find more dramas. But anyway, that's all for now. I thank you for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.